Hey, welcome to another 7th grade TEKS Essentials Refresher. Today's goal, 7.5F. Make inferences and use text evidence to prove your understanding. I'm going to tell you a secret. This skill is the most important one. In all of English class, it'll be that way until you get out of high school and even into college and all that. So listen up. Hey, are you ready to refresh your inferencing and text evidence skills? Let's break it down together in less than 5 minutes. You may or may not actually be psychic, I don't know, but when you read between the lines in a story, it almost feels like mind reading. You know, writers don't tell us everything directly. Why? Who knows? They're strange people. But look, sometimes you have to figure out what a character feels or something that's going on in the story just from little hints. That's called making an inference. But here's the catch. You're not allowed to just guess. No, 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 not in English class. You have to prove it using the text. Today, let's practice how to read people's minds. I mean, how to make inferences with text evidence. Fire up the brainwaves. Here we go. Okay, let's read this together and see what we can figure out without the author telling us everything directly. Here we go. Read with me. Jamal slammed his locker shut and walked straight past his friends without saying a word. He kept his eyes on the floor and his jaw was clenched tight. When his bestie Maya called his name, he didn't turn around. Instead, he pulled his hoodie over his head and headed toward the exit. Okay, now nowhere in this paragraph does it say exactly how Jamal feels, but we can use the clues, his actions, his body language, and the way he avoids everyone, all that, to infer what's going on with him. So what do you think? How's Jamal feeling, and what makes you say that? I can hear you. That's right. You just made an inference. And if you can back it up with text evidence, you're doing exactly what strong readers do. Here's my inference up there, whoa, in the top left. And in red is my evidence. Check it out. How'd I do? I said Jamal is upset. Something bad happened to him. And in red, look at all that evidence. Look at all the different pieces of evidence we could use to prove that Jamal is upset and something bad. He's slamming the locker. He's not talking to his friends. He's clenching his jaw. He pulls that hoodie up and heads out, right? Okay. Now, how can I turn this into an answer to a question or a thesis statement? Right? There's my inference. I need to plug some evidence in from the text. Boom. The author says Jamal walked straight past his friends without saying a word. That sounds like someone who is having a bad day or is emotionally upset. Like magic, we read the author's mind. Now we have a perfect statement with evidence to prove our inferencing skills. But wait, there's more. If you're curious how this kind of question gets asked in a multi-choice format, take a second to read and answer this on your own. Notice that you're doing the same skills. You're reading, you're inferring, you're finding evidence to be sure you're correct. You're just doing it with answer choices this time instead of open-ended. Okay, when you're ready, on pause, I'll share my answer. Here we go. All right, A's wrong. Maria is not annoyed that someone is late. There's no mention of clocks or impatience. That's not a good inference. And B is like wrong, wrong, wrong. It's a trick answer. Maria is not focused on the rain at all. She doesn't even respond to the rain. Trick answer. Just because there's rain here and there's rain here doesn't mean that's automatically the answer. Now C, I like C. It's correct. Isn't it always C? Maria is clearly longing or reflecting about something or someone who's gone, right? And D's also a bad answer. Maria's moving slow. She only has a faint smile. That's not the way an excited person acts at all, right? Hey guys, that's it. That's your refresher course on making inferences with evidence. Like I said, this is the single most important skill in all of 7th grade English, 8th grade, 9th grade, and moving on forward, right? If you can stay sharp at making inferences and good at giving text evidence, you're going to have an easy time in all of your English classes, right? Okay, thanks for watching. Please join us for more 7th grade Essential TEKS refreshers. We're here when you need us.